He's a Christian, but you don't know where his source of income comes from.
I mean, I really don't mind. I don't know.
He's a scammer.
He's a scammer and they're still there. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, remember to leave a like, comment and sub. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. That is the goal for this year. I'd really appreciate your sub today. If you're watching for the first time, remember to leave me a sub and let me know what you think in the comments below about the video we're about to watch. Let's go.
He's a Christian, he has money, but he's not attractive.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to be mad at my man. I can't be mad at my man and then I'm seeing you're not fine again. It's my anger.
That's rude.
God have mercy upon us.
That's very rude.
He's a Christian, but he believes in zodiac signs.
Oh, okay. Not all of them left for that one.
He's a Christian, but he can't dress.
Yeah.
What? And these are Christian
He's
girls.
a Christian, he has money, but he's 5'5".
Oh my god.
He's a Christian, but you don't know where his source of income comes from.
I mean, I really don't mind. I don't know.
He's a scammer.
He's a scammer and they're still there.
He's a Christian with a receding hairline.
Does he have beards?
Yes.
Okay, that one makes sense. You could just go.
He's a Christian, but he's a mommy's boy.
Yeah, that's a red flag. She stayed.
Who did this beat for me? Who did this beat go for me?
He's a Christian, but his dad's a pastor.
What?
He's a Christian, but he can't cook.
Oh? Oh? Really?
We can work with that. We can work with that.
That's crazy.
He's a Christian, but he aspires to be a rapper.
Only 1, 2, 3. Everybody else stayed. Oh, okay, another one left.
He's a Christian, but he wants to be a pastor when he's older.
Everybody left. Yep, we don't want any of that smoke.
He's a Christian, but he's a prayer warrior. Midnight prayer.
Are they being serious right now? Okay, so these are meant to be Christian girls, and what it makes me think of is there's something similar online where women are given the same choice, but it's not in a Christian manner, and it would be the height versus the money. They did the whole, he's a drug dealer, would you stay? And all the women were saying yes, they would stay because he's hustling. Like, this is not a new thing. What more surprises me though is the fact that these are Christian girls and the statement starts off with he's a Christian, right? And they seem, at least multiple of them, seem to turn away from the important part of Christianity that were mentioned there. Like, for example, he's a Christian, but he prays in the midnight hour. Like, that's an important aspect of Christianity. Praying without season, I would think that that would be something that you'd be like, oh yeah, he's praying for our future. There's a saying that a man who's led by God it's said that he will be a great leader to his family, or he'll lead his family well, basically. So to hear them say, or behave the way they behave, and I know, guys, don't get me twisted, I know it's a joke, it's just a video. These videos are such that we shouldn't take them too seriously. When you get to the situation, what you do might be different from what you've said. But I do want there to be some thought put into the fact that even our Christian girls are not satisfied with 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, which is a video I did earlier where I was talking about how the man can be almost perfect, and yet women would still say, nah, I don't really, nah. Whereas the other two that's missing could be things that could be worked on. In the same way that we mention these options, we could literally say he's 6 foot tall, but he's an abuser. And you would still hear women go, yeah, I can change him. I can change him. You will still hear women do that because at the end of the day, the dating market is visual first. It is what it is. And look, this is how God made us. The only difference is Christians need to look deeper. Like, you have to actually make a conscious effort to look deeper than the looks. But at the end of the day, the thing that welcomes you through the door of dating is the way you look. People look at you and then after that, they want to hear what you say. So it's interesting. I do like this video, but it really does break my heart to see, again, guys, I'm not taking it so serious, but I do know that there's elements of truth in this as well. It breaks my heart to see that even Christian girls are not easy to please. Even Christian girls are going to struggle to have, I guess, mating options or dating options because of certain types of mindset. Some of the things that I mentioned here are very important to Christianity, and yet some of the girls still went, nope. And some of the things that are mentioned here were actually things that the Bible would call sinning, such as scamming people, and yet some of the Christian girls stayed. Some of the things here, like I said, a visual is first, but some of the things here we're meant to look beyond height, and yet some of the Christians still like, it is what it is. Look, Christian girls, I want to talk to you guys for a second. Listen to this video. I'm hoping that you kind of see the psychology behind how you guys think as women. Young Christian boys tend to be, and I'm going to speak for myself, we tend to be driven. There's a particular time in our life where we're driven by our faith. Like everything about us is our faith. There's something that comes with maturity though. As you grow older, you tend to start to see life differently. And the Bible actually talks about this, that when you were a child, you talked like a child, you behaved like a child, you did things like a child. In other words, if you give a child information, he's only gonna perceive that information at the level that he's at. But the Bible says when he grows up, he puts away childish things. So there's an application of the word that can be childish, which is why our faith is ever growing. Once you get to a particular age, for me, I started to mature a lot more once I had my first child. Once I had my first child, I started perceiving the world differently, and my faith grew in contrast or in addition to how my view of the world had changed because I had a child. And from then on, I started gaining perspective as well as mature in my faith, meaning that my behavior and the way that I apply the word of God started to change. When you meet us, and you should meet us when we're like, I guess, tunnel visioned when it comes to faith. That's why I said there's a childish way to apply faith. When you meet us then, you need to be happy that that's where we are, because we're the type of people that even when we gain perspective, even when we grow, even where we get to a point like me where I had my first child and my perspective changed, our faith is ever strong. Like it's solid. Like those early years build our foundation. There is a line that is drawn in the sand that we would never ever cross, right? I'm talking specifically about my experience, and I know there's lots of guys, and I have friends, I have Christian friends, there's lots of young men who are exactly like me. The people like me, we remained pure. We didn't go out after girls, we didn't drink alcohol, we didn't smoke, we didn't do drugs, we didn't do any of that. So we always drew a line in the sand, like we would never cross certain things. But also we were very serious with our faith, always going to church, always praying, always doing all those things. If you get us at that point, this is the best man you can have, I would say. There will be some parts of us that is very tunnel vision, that is very childish in the way we apply our faith. But be patient. Be patient. Because of the line that will never be crossed, there's certain things we would never do to you. But there will be things that you may see that you'll be like, oh, it's a bit too spiritual. Like, oh, but have some patience, because over time, maturity sets in. Maybe he has his first child, maybe he gets married to you, maybe he has a job, maybe whatever it may be. And then he starts to see the world differently, and his faith grows and matures accordingly, but he keeps that foundation. This is why it breaks my heart, because I hear this. Again, remember guys, I do know it's a joke. I hear this and I'm like, oh, you guys are missing out, right? In my heart, that's what I hear. When I look at this video, I think to myself, this is why Christian girls are missing out, because you're unable to settle for, and I use the word settle, purposely, because that's the word that women use when they stay, right? You see the women who stay for the options, women call that settling. They're like, oh yeah, I can work with that. But really and truly, you have to look beyond what you see. There are some precious things in that man. And sometimes when I say I gain maturity, sometimes maturity comes when he meets you, right? Sometimes change comes when he meets you. Even with me and my lady, I dressed differently once I met her. I spoke differently once I met her. I did things differently because I met her. So things do always change, and sometimes that change comes because of you as the woman. So I urge you ladies, you know, there is a thing that we always say in church: don't let the world influence the church. Don't bring the things of the world into the church. And this just looks like one of those things where it just seems like Christian girls, and on other topics, Christian guys, are behaving like the world when we're supposed to be different. That's all I have to say on this topic, guys. I appreciate you guys watching my video. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Are there guys like me still out there? Let me know in the comments below. You know, ladies, have you met guys like me who are rigid? We can be rigid. We can be one way or the highway. But as we grow, we start to open and expand our horizon. Our faith matures accordingly. Are there guys like me? Let me know in the comments below. Are you with a guy like me and you're frustrated? Let me know in the comments below. I would say be patient with him. Count your blessings. There are things that he would never do that you can have confidence in. There are ways he will always treat you that you can have confidence in. There is the way he will treat you that you can have confidence in. So that all the other things, right, the other 2 out of 10 where you already have the 8, can be worked on, or can be improved on, or can change over time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you guys watching my video. What do you guys think of the video? What do you think of my thoughts on it? Leave it in the comments below. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. I want to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark before the end of the year, and I really appreciate your sub today. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.